What exactly are you waiting for? If you're some sort of dynamic person, like a coiled spring ready to start something, why don't you just start rather than analyze everything, look at every manual, look at a million videos on YouTube and try to get some sort of assurance from the rest of the world before you start? Realistically, if you just start, you know whether you've got a good idea about doing something or whether it's a good fit. But trying to work it out in a sort of theoretical way in advance doesn't really work. If you follow 5 fairly simple principles, you'll be getting started, taking some action and moving forward with your life instead of looking at some sort of list and debating whether to put your socks on the left foot or the right foot first. The first thing is the planning stage. Don't plan everything. Try and reduce it and just take action. It's just the way to go forward. If you take action, first of all, you know whether you've made a good first step and you can pivot and make a change. Don't start planning everything in advance as if it's going to progress perfectly. The next thing is to take small steps, things that are ridiculously small, like not writing out an enormous list. Just look at the top of the list item and do that and forget about the rest. If it's really, really big or medium size, reduce it down to a minor step. Like, for example, if you're reorganizing your garage, you might decide just to tackle your toolbox first, or even break it down further where you're trying to find all your Allen keys rather than try and do some enormous, sweeping, majestic, gloriful endeavor that's absolutely overwhelming. You just end up going inside or going to the pub. The next step is to treat waiting or look at waiting as a decision. If you're thinking about waiting for a perfect time, about whether your kids have grown up or whether you've got enough reserve money in the bank to make some sort of new career movement, it's never going to happen. So you've got to think about treating waiting as a decision, and it's just going to take longer to get to the ultimate outcome. If you think about just taking action, moving forward, that's a really good, competent decision. The next thing is not try and look too good or too cool when you're trying something new or you're trying to make some sort of progress in your life. You're going to look pretty incompetent at anything you try when you first attempt it. So just accept it. If you're learning to play the fiddle or you're trying to enter some sort of giant vegetable growing contest, your first couple of attempts are going to be pretty poor. So just accept that and move forward. And the final step is look at attempts rather than results. If you can say, I tried something, it might not have been ultimately successful, but I had a go and I know where I went wrong and I can move forward. That's a pretty good step forward. Don't just think about the results and whether it was absolutely magnificent at the end. Count the attempts, not the results. So to go over those action steps again, reduce the planning, just start. Don't try and look at something too largely and too broadly. Just take a small step, something ridiculously small, and take a first step forward. Treat waiting as a decision. If you delay things, that's a decision. You've opted not to start. So that's basically a negative against you. Just start and move forward. The fourth point, just be grossly incompetent to start with. It doesn't matter. No one's looking at you. You'll make some progress and you'll move forward. And the final one is look at attempts, not results. If you actually start something, make an attempt, you're going to make some sort of inroads and you're going to go forward. So with that, your ability to not wait for the exact perfect moment to start anything isn't going to happen, and you can move forward from this day forth.